Wayne Carini is the gold standard of classic car restoration, but a $98,000 legal disaster involving a rare 1934 Pierce Arrow almost destroyed his reputation. While the cameras on chasing classic cars were rolling, this secret courtroom battle was threatening to bankrupt his business behind the scenes. To his millions of fans, Wayne is the ultimate symbol of integrity, a silver-haired master restorer whose hands-on expertise has earned the trust of David Letterman and the DuPont family. But behind that calm, professional demeanor lay a high-stakes federal lawsuit that exposed the dark, unregulated underbelly of the classic car world. A single bad deal, fueled by trust and a shadow of fraud, dragged Wayne's multi-million-dollar empire into a legal nightmare. It was a case of embezzlement, bankruptcy, and a rare pre-war masterpiece that forced Wayne's companies to defend their name in a federal courtroom, threatening to shatter 50 years of carefully built credibility. The story begins not with Wayne, but with a rare piece of automotive history and a wealthy collector thousands of miles away. William Robert Richmond, an antique car collector living in Australia, had a passion for American pre-war engineering. In 2009, Richmond hired a New Jersey-based car restorer named Gary Dixo to help him source, restore, and ship vintage vehicles to Australia. It was a relationship built on trust, and for a while, it worked. Then, in 2010, Richmond spotted an advertisement for a highly coveted 1934 Pierce Arrow coupe. This was no ordinary vehicle. It was a rolling sculpture, a testament to American luxury. Richmond paid Dixo to inspect the car and negotiate with the seller, Glenn C. Gould III. The negotiated price was $98,000. Richmond did what any cautious collector would do. He wired the entire $98,000 directly to Gould. Once the funds cleared, Dixo transported the Pierce Arrow to his workshop in New Jersey for storage and eventual restoration. But as the years ticked by, the Pierce Arrow never left the shop. The relationship between the Australian collector and his American restorer steadily disintegrated into a mess of unreturned calls and broken promises. By September 2016, Richmond had run out of patience and sued Dixo in federal court. Just months later, in February 2017, Dixo took a desperate step and filed for bankruptcy. During the meeting of creditors under oath, Dixo openly admitted that he had no ownership interest in the Pierce Arrow, and testified that the rare car belonged entirely to William Robert Richmond. It was a matter of official public record. Richmond owned the car, and Dixo was merely storing it. But what Richmond did not know was that the bankrupt restorer was about to execute a shocking betrayal that would pull Wayne Carini directly into the crosshairs of a major legal disaster. In June of 2017, while still actively undergoing bankruptcy proceedings, Gary Dixo made a brazen, highly illegal move. He secretly contacted Peter Kumar, the owner of Gullwing Motor Cars, offering to sell the 1934 Pierce Arrow for a fraction of its true value. To make the deal happen, Kumar reached out to the one man whose word is undisputed law in the classic car community, Wayne Carini. Gullwing wanted Wayne to appraise the vehicle and verify its authenticity. Wayne inspected the Pierce Arrow and valued it between $100,000 and $120,000. Sensing an incredible opportunity, Gullwing negotiated a cut-rate purchase price of just $62,500 with Dixo, paying a $10,000 deposit. But Wayne didn't just appraise the car, he wanted it. Soon after, Wayne's business F40 Restoration purchased the Pierce Arrow from Gullwing for $110,000, completely unaware of the stolen title. With a rare 1934 Pierce Arrow sitting in the F40 Restoration workshop, Wayne Carini saw a masterpiece waiting to be brought back to life. He envisioned a meticulous, world-class restoration that would command a massive premium on the elite auction circuit. To maximize the car's potential, Wayne set a staggering price tag of $250,000. The car caught the attention of RM Auctions, a powerhouse in the high-end collector car market. Working with RM Auctions, the Pierce Arrow was quickly matched with an affluent private collector who was willing to pay a premium. The final sale price reached a jaw-dropping $275,000. To Wayne, The deal was a triumph. The car was sold, the profits were secured, and F40 Restoration's reputation for turning historic finds into gold was once again solidified. But behind the scenes, the ticking time bomb was about to explode. In 2018, William Robert Richmond, still waiting in Australia for his $98,000 investment, discovered that his rare Pierce Arrow had vanished from New Jersey. His legal team launched an immediate investigation and tracked the vehicle directly to the high-end collector who had just purchased it through RM Auctions. Richmond's lawyers contacted the new buyer, presenting cold, hard proof that the vehicle had been sold without the true owner's permission. The buyer was horrified. No collector wants to hold a multi-quarter-million-dollar vehicle with a clouded, fraudulent title. The buyer immediately demanded a full refund of the $275,000, along with reimbursement for all restoration expenses incurred. This triggered a devastating financial domino effect. RM Auctions, Wayne Carini's F40 Restoration, and Gullwing Motor Cars were forced to refund the buyer, suffering massive immediate losses. But Richmond did not want a financial settlement. He wanted his actual car back. When Wayne and Gullwing refused to surrender the vehicle, Richmond filed a federal lawsuit in the United States District Court for the District of Connecticut. The defendants named were F40 Restoration, Gullwing Motor Cars, Carini Carrozzeria, and Carini Consulting. Richmond filed a claim for replevin, a legal action to recover wrongfully taken personal property. Wayne Carini's entire professional life was suddenly on trial. His legal defense rested on a specific clause of the Uniform Commercial Code known as the entrustment defense. Wayne's lawyers argued that because Richmond had left the car in the care of Dietzo, and because Dietzo worked in the automotive industry, any good-faith buyer who purchased the car from Dietzo acquired clean title. They argued that Wayne and Gullwing had acted entirely in good faith, paying market value, and therefore they should keep the car. The legal battle dragged on for years, costing Wayne's businesses tens of thousands of dollars in legal fees and casting a shadow over his television career. Finally, on June 18, 2020, federal judge Carrie A. Dooley handed down the memorandum of decision. The court's ruling was a crushing blow to Wayne Carini. Judge Dooley pointed out a fatal flaw in the defense's argument. To claim the entrustment defense, the seller must be a merchant who regularly deals in goods of that kind. The evidence proved that Gary Dietzo was a restorer, not a licensed car dealer, and he did not regularly sell antique cars. Because Dietzo had no legal right to sell the car, he could not pass a valid title to Gullwing, and Gullwing could not pass a valid title to Wayne Carini. The judge granted summary judgment in favor of Richmond, ordering F40 Restoration to immediately return the rare 1934 Pierce Arrow to its rightful Australian owner. Wayne Carini's business was forced to hand over the keys, lost the initial $110,000 they paid for the vehicle, and bore the brunt of a massive financial and reputational nightmare. While the court acknowledged that Wayne Carini and Gullwing Motor Cars had acted in good faith and without malice, the damage was already done. The lawsuit exposed how easily even the most respected experts in the industry can fall victim to fraudulent schemes and bad actors. Wayne's empire survived the hit, backed by his estimated $20 million net worth and the continuing success of his long-running television show. But the $98,000 legal disaster remains a sobering reminder of the risks hidden in the high-stakes world of classic car trading. It shows that even the most trusted authority can find themselves in jeopardy when a deal seems too good to be true. It leaves you wondering, the next time you see Wayne Carini uncover a legendary find on television, how many other hidden legal battles are playing out just off camera?